Good afternoon, Colorado. Welcome to a Hump Day edition of What's for Lunch. I'm your host, Larry Hers, and today in studio, all the way from Louisville, we have LuLu's Barbecue with Kevin and Steve. Welcome, boys.
Hi, how you doing, Larry?
So, I've never been, because I live way down south and you're far away, but now I'm dying to go. This place smells so good. Your sides look beautiful. Give us a little history of yourself and LuLu's.
Well, we opened in 2011. We're in Old Town Louisville. We do traditional pit smoked meats in the Texas style. We use post oak, real simple rubs, not a lot of sauces smothering our foods. We like the flavors to shine through. All homemade sides, dressing, sauces, and delicious homemade drinks.
Let's start with the drinks.
All right. So these are two of our signatures. Our Texas Slush, we call it. What it is our homemade margarita, frozen margarita, mixed with a local lager. So you've seen these before. It's kind of a beer garita, but ours is a little different just because it's more locally made. Crystal Springs makes our LuLu's lager beer, and no high fructose corn syrup, and everything's all made fresh in the margarita. And this is our version, which we mix with our homemade sangria. So we call it the sangrita.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
I don't want to drink alone, not like most days. Oh, hell yeah. Nice job all the way down here from Louisville. All right.
I will keep those back here.
We got a lot of food to run into.
All right.
Let's start with the sides before the meats.
Okay. Traditional creamy coleslaw. And it's not all heavy on the mayonnaise. It's going to be a little more with your sour cream and mayonnaise mixture. Lots of cream.
This looks
all hand cut.
Go great on it, like a pulled pork sandwich.
Oh yeah, definitely. A red skinned potato salad. A little red onion in there gives it kind of that spicy kick. And next up is my favorite. I love our beans. They're amazing. So it's a smoked pit bean. It's not for the vegetarians. It's loaded with meats. So it's got pork, brisket. That's what since we do everything fresh every day, little scraps and things that maybe aren't going right on a plate are going in, and it goes in our beans.
You did mention earlier that because of where you're located, you do cater to vegetarians.
Yeah, which is not a normal thing in barbecue.
No.
That's our mac and cheese, also all homemade cavatappi noodles. But yeah, going back to then I don't want to forget our cornbread.
Oh.
It's very moist and cake-like, and it's pretty much infused with honey and butter. So you can put butter on it, but it stands alone. It's delicious.
I love that.
And this is something that also comes with it. It's not an extra charge. That's our cinnamon butter. So it's basically just a creamy cinny butter. If you like a sweetness on top of a sweet, delicious cornbread, that's a great combo right there. Jeez. And one more thing I'd like to show. We do something a little bit different than a lot of barbecue restaurants. You'll get slices of pickles and onion. We decided to try to go a little bit different way. We call this PPO. This is our relish, which is just an accoutrement to add to the flavors there. It's basically a relish of sport pepper, dill pickle, and white onion. In a relish style PPO.
And what would you do with it? What would you?
It goes on a sandwich. We do called the hot mess, which is what we pull up rib meat and brisket, and we sauce it with our hot barbecue sauce, and top it with that and some coleslaw. So we have a few built sandwiches. I didn't bring those today, but
so you do sandwiches.
We do tons of sandwiches. We have some specialty sandwiches, but I really wanted just the simple meats without breads to shine today. Okay, we were talking about Boulder County and a lot of vegetarians in there. This is something I think makes us unique, set apart from other restaurants that do barbecue. It's a smoked tofu. So it doesn't really go in the smoker because you don't want meat dripping on the vegetarian food. But we do keep a vegetarian fryer, so basically we push all the liquid out of our tofu. A great marinade that has a tad bit of liquid smoke into it, sucks it all in. We do a dredge. We flash fry it, just hit it with some sauce. I think it's a great idea for me in our area because people can sit down and enjoy all the meat, and we have several vegetarian options if you're not liking the bone.
I thought it was meat. It does not
Yeah.
look like tofu. All right, let's pull over that whole tray of meat.
Yeah,
Throw it over here.
please.
Oh yeah, baby. This is what we come for. I don't know if that's gonna fit in the camera, but we'll make it fit.
This is some of our most popular items. Brisket is our signature. You know, you can see we like to get a nice smoke ring on that. We keep a real simple rub. We want the beef flavors to shine. So, I mean, it's mostly salt and pepper, and just letting that smoke flavor get in, and the beefs and seal in those juices. Next up, we do a St. Louis cut, which is just a pork spare rib. It's squared off. I think they end up being a lot meatier, and you can see it gets a nice uniformed cut look to it. I'd say next I'm going to jump over to a local made sausage. It's done in a Texas style small link, and we get that done for us at one of our friends right in Louisville. And old style sausage. It's a Polish family that's, I think, going on like 4 or 5 generations there. They do that for us and make it fresh for us.
What's inside it?
It's a pork sausage. It's not a lot of Texas style are traditionally beef, but it just for us to have them make it properly, that's kind of what we've come up with, and it's pretty delicious. It's got a little kick to it, but it's safe even for the kids, you know.
Okay. Got some wings.
All right, wings. Yeah, our wings are we don't do any frying, so they tend to not to be as crispy. But why I like that is because those flavors, the turbino sugar, brown sugar, and then a lot of the same rubs that we're putting in to our house, like our pork and our chicken, are going in there. But kicking it up with a sweet and spicy kind of glaze, that sugar caramelizes on there, and those kind of stay as is.
So you
not
don't do
fried.
sauces?
I don't. No, we do a ranch on the side, but no sauces.
You wouldn't get
otherwise.
buffalo with these, wouldn't
No,
you?
I really want to keep the tradition on barbecue. You can go anywhere and get fried buffalo wings, you know, and that's why we don't do it that
Right.
way.
Got some pulled pork. It
Pulled
looks like.
pork, yeah, definitely pulled pork,
roasted
and then
chicken.
our smoked chicken. We do them whole, and then we serve them half or whole, however that works the best. So.
Is Evan dying?
Yeah, sorry.
No dying during the show, cameraman.
Okay.
What are your hours these days?
So right now, you know, things are a little different. We're running 12 to 8. You know, right
7
now,
days?
7 days a week.
Why is it, and you guys aren't doing this, but it seems like barbecue places are really open, like only 4 days. You know, they don't seem, most places are not open 7 days.
I can't speak to others, but I just think we just have a demand to stay open and to pay the rent. You know, sometimes you gotta keep the doors open. I mean, we used to have an earlier start time and you know, when we close, but we're working with less staff right now. We're only able to bring so many people in, so we got to make it work because we're all basically doing doubles, open to close, and essentially.
What's your address?
We are at 701 Main Street in Louisville. We're in the Old Town area, just catty corner from a place people have known for years of Louisville. Used to be called the Blue Parrot.
And
that had been there for 100 years.
Not there anymore, is it?
No, it's been a couple years. They finally closed the door. There's a great new place next in there. Called Verde. I'll throw out another local guys. They're awesome.
He's been on the show.
Yeah, those guys are great.
Yeah, he's a great.
There's a pinball place downstairs with events, so they made great use of that space. You know, that was vacant from a place that had almost been there 100 years. So we're right there on the corner of Pine and Main, and got outdoor seating available now. I mean, that was a. Well, it's got heaters next to it.
Yeah, I mean,
doing
it's
our
okay
best.
on a 50-degree day.
Exactly.
20 degrees, not so much.
Yeah.
Takeout, of course. Delivery.
Mm-hmm. Lots of delivery.
Yourselves or third party?
No, we do it all ourselves.
Nice.
I just, one thing about the barbecue is I didn't want to go to do an Uber Eats or any of those kind of companies because it's hard to track. When we make stuff fresh every day, you've got a finite amount of what is on that smoker, and just keeping track as calls are coming in and we're selling it, somebody's walking up and buying it. I want to make sure that what they, it's there. But if you call me, we're checking it. We know what we've got. We know when we run out of it.
And then the drivers represent you as opposed to...
Yeah, I have no control.
Yeah. You gonna say anything, or you just here for
I'm just
looks?
here for support. I would like to talk about the sauce
There
here.
we go.
This is a great sauce that our dad, growing up, always made. We thought it was amazing. And it's got a little bit of a honey-based flavor, a little bit of spice. We've got a hot version of this, and it's called our Lazy H mild, sweet and mild sauce. We've got a smoking hot sauce. And then we've got a South Carolina zesty mustard sauce, which is super tasty.
Can people buy these online?
Not quite yet. We're working on that.
all that.
Yeah.
Also, you can see in there we're working on getting some rubs, all both online and available in the store. We do sell them now in the jars, as you see it with just our little label on it. But this is what we're working on as far as.
So if they place
a
an
brand.
order for delivery, they can get the sauce delivered too, a bottle of sauce.
Absolutely.
Exactly. We've had people from Texas
Yeah.
have us ship the sauce to them. Michigan's. We ship the sauce all over. People love the sauce. They come in and grab, a couple bottles of that. So it's a very popular item as well.
I'm glad you contributed.
I'm glad I could jump in there.
Anything
I
else?
didn't mean to hog it all.
Yeah, you kind of were. I didn't know you were brothers.
Yeah. That's smart.
I was gonna say, who's older? You gotta be older.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
older.
Yes.
No, he's older.
That's what I love.
8 years. So
He's
looking
8 years
pretty,
older?
Pretty dang good, huh? Yeah. 8
Yeah,
years
you can
older.
see a little
tell. You can
bit
tell
here.
by
Yeah.
yeah.
You can see it now. Yeah. Boys, thanks for coming in. Good to meet you.
Yeah.
It's always
Thank
like
you, Larry.
hard to decide what's going to be my first bite. Because I want everything, and I want to have a bite of everything. We'll see you. No, we will not see you. What?
Nothing. What do you think?
Tomorrow cancels. He's getting a hernia operation. Whole story. So we won't be back till Friday with Post Oak. Actually, on Friday. So this is where we say, "Let's eat."
Let's eat.
Yeah, that doesn't need any sauce.